But anyway, don't believe your eyes, don't believe your ears. There's another one here. Quote, I've never ever felt British. Caller Tony tells at, who's that? Okay, Sanjita Miska, okay, that despite being born here, the racism he has endured in the country makes him feel more Caribbean than English. Okay, it's 1 minute and 55 seconds.
My parents came here in the 50s, and I've never defined myself as being British or English because of the experiences that has happened to me and us. And it's a sad thing to think in a sense because I was born here, but the experiences has left me feeling I've always felt more Caribbean than English.
Why?
And in fact, I've never felt English because of the racism. I mean, I was quite a bright lad at school. Also, I was in the higher GCE streams. And I used to get just as much abuse from some of the teachers as I did from the classmates. I shouldn't have been in that group. I shouldn't have been in that. I was too uppity. I was too above myself.
What was it? There was this, I don't know if it was an article or a tweet or somewhere I read where this barrister, now I know barristers are lawyers in the UK, was in court. And she was supposed to meet one of her clients or something like that. They told her what she's doing. She doesn't belong there. She's a person of color. And she's the lawyer waiting for her client. It seems like the moment they see your skin color in the UK, you don't belong. This kind of thing. But let's continue listening.
Because I was quite academically clever. And it followed on, and it disheartens you as you go into your work stages of your life that you've been passed up for interviews, you've been passed up for promotions and stuff like that because you're not, you're getting above your station, even by applying for positions like that. And I think a lot of black people felt the same thing. I've never ever felt British. I'd even go to say it doesn't thrill me. It doesn't dishearten me. It doesn't thrill me when England playing sport.
Can you imagine? I mean, the world at large would have been so far ahead if these people just let other people be, because they suppress people's potential. They suppress people's abilities to do great things. Because they want to be the one. They want to be the one to be whatever, anything positive to be them. And then they suppress other groups from being their full potential. Can you imagine what society at large could have been if these idiots, these mediocre, just let people be? My goodness, the UK. When I said evil originate over there, that's what it is. One of the things that I was thinking while this guy was talking, that he never felt British and he was above his station, that they were telling him and all of that, or his class. When I realized some Brits, when they try to escape certain things that was bothering them in the UK, they go to another country like the US, and then once they come in the US or any other countries, they carry that same mentality. Okay, they see other people and they treating other people the way they were being treated when they were back home. When you look at, for instance, when Brexit happened, I think it's somewhere in Spain. There's an area in Spain that a lot of Brits stays there. They conjugate among themselves. They don't speak Spanish. They don't try to be part of Spanish culture. I'm not saying to forget your culture yourself. This is not what I'm saying. But integrate, be part of. But instead, they carry the same freaking mentality in the UK while they're enjoying the weather, the beauty of Spain, all the positive thing that Spain had to offer, that particular area. And then when Brexit happened, and all of a sudden, they had to leave. Some of them had to leave. They didn't think that would happen to them, you know. But anyway, I did brought it up in one of my videos on PYTE. That same topic regarding Brexit and those, how do they call them? They don't even call them immigrant over there. They called expat, I believe they call themselves. But anyway.
You know, it doesn't get my blood boiling or fist pumping for them to win. And that's quite, you know, so, and that's the way I've always felt.
And that's
if
a sadness to you.
If I was qualified.
Is that a sadness to you?
Not really.
Or have you just come to accept it?
It's just, I've just accepted it. I mean, if I was, you know,
that's the difference between American and African American and some of the Black Brits. They accepted it like it's part of them, and that's why they never move. Some of them. Let me make it clear. It's just some of them, not all. Okay, they don't try to, you know, don't treat you like that, or at least create your own thing. But anyway, Meghan will not survive over there. No way. This is why when I see that picture with Meghan with all of the school kids, you know, when they were making that little signal with their arms and hands and stuff like that at that school, and when I see that picture, I'm like, oh my God, Meghan was a bright light to these kids, to shed, you know, give them all the possibilities. That's what I saw when the very first time I saw the picture, and I was like, nope, they have to suppress her, get her head out of here. She can't be that positive of a role model for these kids. That's what it was. One of the things that I saw when I said when I saw the picture.
If I was good enough at sport, I couldn't see myself competing for England.
Wow. Couldn't see himself competing for England. England would have been so far, but their hate, their racism is ridiculous. And some people are finding out that the country is that racist. They never knew. So it was doing it and hidden. Okay, I relate so much to this color. I often visit London and find the Caribbeans to be the most friendly and approachable. Okay, facts. Okay, I don't feel a part of British society either. All I get from everyone is hostility, ignorance, prejudice, though in my case it is against my very shy, timid nature and autistic social skill deficits. I've been demanding and denied social skill training for many years. Wow. Okay, a lot of people feel the same. Actually, it's a sad one. Once you're not white, just forget about it. Some people will always treat you as a foreigner. Is feeling Caribbean better or worse than feeling English? Okay, quite an easy solution to that problem, I would say. Okay, so what would be the solution? Because you're not, I wonder what the solution would be. I mean, they're not willing to learn. They're not willing to evolve. They're not willing to. So if the people who are experiencing the pain don't voice it or don't try to prove those people, not to prove them, but do what's best for them, and then as they do what is best for them, show those people, the people, I don't know if they will learn or whatever, but it doesn't affect them. They're in control, they have power, they have all of this, so they really don't care. So they want things to be the way it is. Just think about it, like some of the things that I've said with the establishment, the royal family. Okay, they're not the one who's affected by those what poor people going through. You think they will want things to change? No, they're gonna make sure it stays the same, but no, there's no pushback. So I don't know.
The king has taken on. What kind of king do you think he'll be?
Well, you know what you're getting, because he's been practicing for a bit. And I don't think he'll change. You know, he is committed to his own level of service. That will remain true.
There was a time, I believe it was, could have been early 90s, mid 90s. We were about to target these type of things, those issues where people have to be kinder, or, you know, to target integration, and even in TV and movies, they wanted things to be somewhat integrated and things like that. The conversation was happening. I heard it, and it was happening. And I'm talking about in the United States. I don't know about the UK or the rest of the world, but in the United States, where that change was starting to happen, where they wanted kids to be nicer to other kids in school, stop the bullying and all of that. The shift happened, and then now we see what we are seeing now. There's shooting in school, and you see the people are not doing anything about it. The racism is off the hook, off the roof. So that thing, the talking point to do good, to move society in a better direction, it was happening. People were targeting it. But you see how evils quickly switch the narrative, and then we are where we are now. Okay, that was way before Obama became president. I was seeing that shift there. When I could look it up, like, especially in TV shows, they wanted minorities to be part of. There was some shift that was happening. I remember that talk that was being spoken in the public sphere. It's not like it wasn't hidden. It was really integrated, saying it out loud on TV, part of the discussion and all of that. And then the shift happened. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of sad. And the other thing that many other cultures, it doesn't have to be black people in the UK or Asian or anything, just in general, whatever you see black American have, they didn't just hand it to them. They had to fight for it. Look at what we're going through right now. You think they're just gonna stop at just black people? Okay, we just the barrier for some of other people who thinks they are part of these other people who's inflicting pain onto us. You think you are safe? You're not safe. All the things that you see black people are going through, it's just that we are in their way of whatever they want to spread around the globe. So if you see something that is wrong or you want something, you gotta fight for it. So some of the Brits who's complaining, or they accepted it, so I don't know if anybody should feel sorry for you guys if you guys don't fight for what you need or for what you want. So the king already told you, or his sister already told you, he's gonna be the same. Don't expect anything different. So you have to ask yourself a question. What do you want yourself? Because he's comfortable, you giving him your money, so he's comfortable, and he's getting money many other places. So why do you think he himself needs to change for you? Okay, when all the burden is on you. So this is something that you have to think about. When you see American or struggle, it's not like that. The things that black people have, or some of the things that African American have, we have to fight for it. And now they just took over, they reversed Roe versus Wade, and you think it only affects black people? Some people are starting to realize, some of the things are happening, it's affecting me. How many other families, not just black families, white families, Hispanic, Asian, okay, whose kids have been gunned down? You think it's just black people? We were the first one who saw it. We warned so many people. They didn't listen. Now it's affecting everybody. Do you think these people want to do anything about it? Just look what's happening right now. The GOP, some of them, that small little power they have in the House of Representatives, you think they want to do anything about it? All right, just think about that. Especially other race that live around the globe. Just think about it. All right, let's go to the next one. I feel sorry for the people over there, but you have to fight. I don't know. You have to fight for what you want. Okay, so there's another video.